Yeah, because, you know, you're not the only family dealing with that, I'm sure.
Right. No, that's Derek Latimer. No, that's Derek Latimer. That's another one. They said that he also tried to hit you. Okay. All right. That didn't happen.
This commissioner ain't the son's case, and also son's case, as well as the whole community, as far as the way the police relate to the black community, you know. So, yeah. Okay, so, and, you know, working with other organizations like Practice with the Police and others. You have an attorney as well?
I have an attorney on there. He's out of town, he couldn't be here today, but I do have an attorney on that. And well, I just want you to know that the reason they said they approached my son or whatever because that he looked nervous. That's what the police said, the affidavit they gave me. That he looked nervous. And how could you say a person looks nervous when you don't know him? You know, that's like somebody come up to you, judging you, and say, listen, you look nervous, and I'm going to shoot you. Yeah. It's a lot of things that happened after they shot him. And it's just a lot of
see, and this is where the attorney really is going to have to be on your behalf, you know, speaking to you, trying to get down to all of the situation, you know.
Right, we are doing that, but we are not having any cooperation with the police at this time. They don't want to turn the police report. They just dragging us along. Like the camera, say the film, the cameras downtown, and you know, it's an area where people go and tourists go and stuff. So there's cameras everywhere. So why do they get to view the camera? When my lawyer can't view the camera, why do they get to put their story together? We can't get ours. You know what I'm saying? My son was shot in the head. He does not remember. We have to be his voice. I got to be my son's voice. We buried my kid's father almost 2 years ago. Pancreatic cancer, passed away at 46 years old. He don't have nobody. I don't have anybody, but the youth movement stepped in, and you know, I got my son that's trying his best to help me. I don't have nobody. Nobody stepped out of me. No pastors, no NAACP, nobody. They just judged my son as, oh, he aimed the car at the police and tried to hit them and kill him. He got 5 charges of that. You know, I'm just trying to do what I have to do, but I'm just a single.
You're definitely on the right track by being motivated to do something.
Do something.
And that's the real key. The other part of that key is you've got to stick with it. You know,
right.
Even especially, you know, working through the attorney, hopefully the attorney is able to move some things, you know, for you on your behalf and all that. Because obviously it's still a case, a criminal case.
Right, it's a criminal case,
on,
exactly.
And that's probably why the police are not able to release some information. But there's got to be some information that's out there too.
The affidavit, I have it. That's the one they said that he was nervous.
Right.
That's the reason they approached him.
Under any other circumstances, the police report would have been prevented. But it seems to be the kind of modus operandi. This is the way police do it all over the country. You know, the whole Mike Brown situation. How long did it take before they even announced the name of the cop that killed him? Police report. I mean, the whole world saw a video, but they can't find a police report. You know what I'm saying? And a similar type of situation here, where this happened in July, and what is it now? It's September, and it takes that long to find a police report. You know, I mean, it's clear that the Orlando Police Department are manipulating, when they're using their power, and they're relying on a certain kind of assumption of disorganization and ignorance on the part of the people. They don't think that we know our rights, or that we, you know, like we slow, and they don't know that we don't know that they got a police report.
Any other witnesses out there?
Oh, yeah. I can tell you about a witness that they don't know about, that saw them, what they did to my son. After they shot him, he didn't see what happened. There was a witness in the garage with my son. They immediately arrested him, took him in, and told him he better not talk. That's what happened to him, okay? He got a lawyer on his side, you know. So it's another 2 witnesses that was in the car at the red light when this happened at 1:30 in the morning, okay? After they shot my son, he ran into a tree or a pole or whatever it was there. They took my son out of the car, drug him over here in front of the police car, and shot him again to try to execute him. But he did not die. I have witnesses for this.
Anybody got something like that on tape?
Well, that's what the camera's for, downtown Orlando.
Exactly. They've been filming the cameras, just like got this camera here.
Exactly.
But you got material.
Exactly.
You got material evidence as well. Oh, I know.
I said, don't interrupt me.
Yeah. So I'm saying, in addition to the witnesses, in addition to the cameras that they claim can't be used to call you and the family, you know, in addition to that, you got real material evidence that clearly shows that this brother was killed in cold blood, like an execution. Shot him on top of the head, you know. Is that correct? Shot him in the head, you know. Shot him in the chest. They claim that they was afraid that he was going to run him over, but you know, this bullet hole was in the back of the damn car, you know. So it's clear that it wasn't. But let me just ask this, Commissioner, right? So in terms of the procedure to getting a police report and granting access to the family and to the legal representatives of the family, what can you do to apply pressure on the police department to get those basic things done?
It's not about applying pressure to the police department.
No, what?
It's not about applying pressure to the police department. There's certain protocols that they do have to go through.
Does this sound like normal protocol?
That's why the attorney is so important.
Does it sound like normal protocol to take this long to get a police report? July, August, September.
And here's another thing.
I'm asking, what do you think?
Listen to me. A word that comes to my mind right now is patience.
Okay.
And we gotta be patient.
But why? I'm saying it's one thing to be patient, like blind patience. Another thing to say,
Answer your question. Answer your question.
You have to make sure you got everything in order.
okay.
You gotta make sure you got everything in order. He's gotta definitely, that's why I asked about the attorney. He's got certain responsibilities that he has to do. Because you're dealing with a legal situation right now.
Yeah, we're on that.
You're dealing with a legal situation. I mean, and for the attorney who is an officer of the court and has certain responsibilities, because see, when it gets down to now the criminal prosecution and all of that, your attorney has got to have access to all information that they have. You see, and if they're still doing their ongoing quote investigation, then you're not going to get everything now. You might get something piecemeal. So that's why it's going to take the attorney being patient with that, and obviously prayer. It takes a lot of prayer.
Let me ask, does it sound like normal procedure in terms of taking 3 months to provide a police report?
See, I don't know what all they're actually going through, so I can't really answer that question.
Because I feel like it's a catch-22 in a way for like a regular working class, you know, family. Let me finish. I know, I just want to say this. Well, let me just
respond to the average public or family member, your attorney should be able to get more information and should be able to get it more readily. But it depends on where they are in the process.
Right.
If you're trying to, what if you're rushing everything and you get the wrong piece of information, then you'll be saying that they gave you the wrong thing.
Well, you know, I honestly, I don't think that's what the question is. I think that the police report exists. I think a police report was filled out a long time ago. But like I said, they relied on the fact that most black people, including this family, gotta strip and scrape a lot of money just to get an attorney to do what you're talking about doing. But let me finish. You shouldn't have to have a lawyer to get a police report. Do you need a lawyer to get a police report? Okay, all right.
And the affidavit is where the attorney starts off.
But it's clear that the more voice saying we need a police report, the more pressure, and I will use the word pressure, that is applied to the police department, the faster this investigation will happen. But if ain't nobody saying nothing, I don't care if you got Johnny Cochran on your side, if ain't nobody saying that they demand a police report and making it a public issue, then it ain't gonna happen. Or if it does happen, it's gonna happen, you know, well beyond the time where it's really abused. Yeah, but I think it's possible for us to really make some things happen with this campaign. I really do. I think that there's a lot of black people in the city of Orlando and Sister Tanya. I think it's important that we see this as a community. Part of what we want to win through the coalition we're talking about building for the family and everybody concerned is that this case right here is a symbol for what the Orlando Police Department is doing to African people, to black people on a regular basis. You can't even go downtown to these districts when the so-called, entertainment districts surrounded by Fairmont, right? Yeah, where them brothers and sisters got sprayed in the face with mace by the police for holding a demonstration, There's ongoing harassment of young, African youth that go downtown. I mean, it's connected to a lot greater issues than just what happened with Brother Tavons, And the fact is that I think that the city of Orlando, they need to be held accountable to helping the situation, putting pressure. Everybody should be demanding that the Orlando Police Department provide a police report. A poor black family shouldn't have to save up 2 months' salary just to get a lawyer so they can get a police report. An average citizen should be able to request a police report and get it in relatively short order. That's what happened in Ferguson with Mike Brown. There had to be a national movement built just to get a police report. So, and that's the issue that got to be dealt with, because on an ongoing basis, the police try to basically just justify what they do. They shoot you dead and they say that you're the one that assaulted them, and then they do away with all the evidence. And you can't even get a police report to, challenge what they say and to use that to support your case. So the people's hands are tied. But the solution is to build a movement, because it's a Mike Brown in every community. It's a Tavon Grayson in every community. It's Africans that's being harassed on an ongoing basis by the police, and if it ain't happening to you, it's gonna happen, because that's what the statistics show. And the sooner we get organized and build a movement to put pressure on the police, to put pressure on these so-called elected officials that will take your vote real quick, but then when it's time to put, to practice what you preach, so to speak, they're not practicing or preaching. They're not saying a damn thing. So we got to deal with that issue. That's part of what this coalition and what this movement that we're talking about building is designed to do. So we're hoping that people can sign on to help with the campaign to get justice for Tavon, and also to raise up the issues that the whole community is faced with.
All right, come on out, man. You ain't listening. Yeah. The woman in the pink shirt. She was telling us. Chairman.
You should demand a police report. You should demand very soon it's going to be ongoing political action to demand a police report, and demand freedom for this brother. Hopefully you can sign on and say free Tavon. Yeah, that'll be important to do. They try to be slick as they can. Oh, yeah. They come around, when it's time to get a vote, or when it's time to tell niggas to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time you find them, is when they think that, the rest of the day is not going to do something. Then they want to come around and tell you to be cool.
This the one that's over there?
Yeah, that's the one thing. But then, Saturday again, this is the one with the red table up. What's your name? Oh, yeah, you got it. Good. So, we got to get organized. And that's going to mean, ongoing political education, because it's straight up class warfare that's going on. We saw that in Ferguson, where, every Uncle Tom, Dick and Harry, this side of the Western Hemisphere came to Ferguson to try to, basically tell the people don't resist. I was there with Chairman Amali Yeshitella. We went there in Ferguson, and they had spent a martial law. So the people ourselves, they made it illegal to even hold a march, to hold a demonstration. If you did any of those things, you get locked up. That's what he's doing in Ferguson. And then CNN talking about, peace has been brought back to Ferguson. Ain't no peace. You know what I'm saying? They just put the slave in handcuffs and put duct tape on his mouth. Ain't been no peace in Ferguson. Believe that. And ain't gonna be no peace in Orlando either, because Tavon Grayson is one example of many African people that's being, killed, beat up, harassed, framed up, locked up, and they get away with murder. These police and stuff get away with genocide. We gotta stand up. We got a slogan. We say hands up, fight back. Damn that don't shoot. I'm not gonna, place my life in the hands of a cop that has shown himself to be a terrorist. Why the hell would I ask him not to shoot? I'm gonna say we gonna fight back, and that's what we gotta do. We gotta get those in our fight back. Hands up, fight back.
We know we have problems all around.
Everybody's afraid of the police don't cause them. I understand they got guns, but it's safety in them. Safety in them. And what's more threatening things to the police is a black man with a mind, not a black man with a gun.
Now, when you put a black man with a mind and a gun, they definitely can't fight.
That's like
the two combined, you know.
That's like a atomic bomb.
We want African community to control the police. That means that if anybody in our community is going to have a gun, it's supposed to, represent the people, they got to serve the community. And the community got to hold them accountable. So that if the cop running around here,
what is he saying? I didn't know he was going to
Now he want to get their speech. Now he want to talk to
this guy here.
Wow. It is a world problem. So stay the course, stay vigilant, and God bless you.
Politicians all the time. He ain't no humanitarian. He's a politician all the time.
You want to say he showed up in his vote?
That's what it is. He's so more than that. He's trying to keep people calm.
That's why he was like telling you to be patient, be patient.
Yeah, that's
he don't want to try to bring the movement.
you're right. You know you're right.
They don't want to work with him.
You know how you know you're right?
He already know. He knows.
Man, I can't let him get out of control. Then the cops gonna come out here and get out of control.
No.
How's everybody doing?
Listen, so what's happening there for?
All right.
They having a thing at Fort Jones High School. Go down there and Orlando Police Department about to tell us how to deal with them. I guess how we